Welcome to the Vegan Fisherman. Today we'll be fishing for tofu mouth bass. Grab some PBR, get your Birkenstocks, tighten your man bun. Let's go drown some gummy worms. We're doing something a little bit different today. Behind me you see the Santan Mountains. We're not doing any dirt today. However, we're going to go see a couple of cool Arizona attractions. So we're at the Casa Grande National Monument. It's operated by the National Park Service, and there's a duplicitous reason for being here. One, to show you guys Casa Grande, and also for me to pick up a America the Beautiful pass that my wife requested that I go get. Well, let's take a walk out to the actual site. The Great House, which is underneath the canopy, was built around 1350, all around the same time. The surrounding compound, which comprised the walls, private areas, there was ball courts, and worship areas. And that was all built around the outside of it. So the canopy over the structure that you see was built later on. I know there was one built in the 30s. I don't think it was this one, but it was built to protect it. And then there's ongoing preservation efforts to keep the actual great house the way it is, and also some of these foundations, the remnants of the walls and foundations are being preserved. Over my shoulder you can see some of the efforts and the ongoing preservation of what's left of these buildings. So much what you see over top is a substance they're using to keep the remaining walls together. That wall over there, you see the round holes, those were actually structure. Those would be beams to support another floor, and they would use juniper and pine trees that you would have to go 60 miles away into the mountains to get. The structures here were found in the 1700s, first by the Spaniards and then by the American settlers that came through here, and really weren't disturbed that much until the railroad came through, which is not far from here. And then travelers would come in, and unfortunately some of them in the late 1800s had scratched their names in some of the walls and things like that. So I guess tagging has been going on for longer than we think of it. By the late 1800s, they decided to clean up the site. There was a lot of debris here from the walls falling down and people coming through. And Congress decided to start preserving it. So in the 1890s, these wooden beams were put in, and some of these metal structures were put in to hold these walls up, and they still remain today. Looks like not too long ago you could actually tour the inside, not unlike the ruins in New Mexico. There's some smaller structures. So the way these places were built is with caliche clay. They would wet the clay. The Gila River, that's not too far from here, was their water source. And back in the late 1800s, and probably even more so in the 1300s when this place was built, the Gila River was flowing more often than it is right now. It was still seasonal, but they would use the water from that, mix it with the caliche clay, which is a very tough clay, and build these structures by hand. This seems to be about the second largest structure on site. Well, that's about it for Casa Grande. There's lots of things to do here beyond our little walkthrough. You could probably spend a few hours here. Good place to stop when you're in Arizona. And we're going to head back to the bike. So what you're seeing right here is the skeleton of a saguaro cactus. And the way the structure is this would be towards the top where you would have your arms and things like that, but there's a surrounding structure of these round rods. These would be circular, holding up the tree with the green saguaro flesh around it. And this would be where the root system would come out. And saguaros have a very shallow root system. So you've got the saguaro, you've got a small taproot, and across the surface would be roots that would collect water instead of down deep where trees are, which you might expect back east or up north with a pine tree or a deciduous tree. You would have these at the surface where they would be able to collect the most water when it rained, because the water here dries up and evaporates very quickly. And this is an example of a healthy saguaro. And back in here is where those rods would be that go all the way up, right up to the top. And they actually, they would come out, you would see an attachment on those wooden rods that would form the arms of the cactus. Casa Grande, and not too far from here is another attraction we're gonna quickly stop by. Second stop today is very Route 66-ish, Rooster Cogburn's Ostrich Ranch. The darndest place you'll ever visit. It says it right on the sign. So we've got our admission paid, and it comes with some feed for the animals. 2 cups. A bunch of stuff at the bottom with some tokens. Apparently there's a video to watch to tell you who gets what food. So now I'm fully educated on where this stuff goes, and there's donkeys. Little donkeys. Hi there, fellas. Hey, buddy. There you go. 2 points, 2 points. Everybody gets some. Everybody wants some. Open. There you go. Hey, that wasn't very nice. You know the open mouth trick? There you go. Okay, I think there's bunches of more people that need some of this stuff, right? What's your name, buddy? You're a good boy. Oop. There you go, Mr. Pushy. Yeah, pushy people don't get none. There you go. There you go, buddy. That's awful pushy. There you go, buddy. Look at that, I just made a bunch of new friends. All of this is in the shadow of Picacho Peak, right behind me, State Park. Pretty cool place in itself. I'm sensing lunches behind me. Man, I think you guys have never been fed before. This is like a reverse buffet. Hey, I think there's some double dipping going on here. You guys like this free lunch thing, huh? Now I can hang out in my backyard to see goats, but we're gonna go over and check out some goats. Looks like some hungry characters here. They got some crazy goat eyes working. Next up is the ostriches. Hey guys. I'm gonna try this flat-handed. They are not responsible for missing fingers, I guess. Oh, ow. Well, we're gonna, you guys are a little aggressive there. This guy looks hungry. Are you hungry, buddy? Yeah. Let's be a little careful there, guys. Easy. There you go. Thank you for being gentle there, buddy. You want some too? When you guys comes back with a finger, I'm gonna make a feather duster out of you, okay? Yeah, I know. Ow! I'm gonna go down there. There you go, guys. Go over and check out the parakeets, the smaller bird type versions. beautiful little guys. And hungry too. That guy's got a hole right onto it. Oops. My feed stick's done been taken. They said there was chicken on the buffet. Rooster guy. I think these guys got enough food. Few St. Croix sheep. Nice sheep. These are dwarf goats. Now we're looking for ducks and bunnies. Well, for my niece Sylvia, behind me is rabbit land. Apparently, we got a bunch of rabbits here. See if we can't feed them. Oh my goodness. There's so many you can't hand it to them. There you go, guys. There you go. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Now we're gonna go find the ducks. So apparently the way you do this is you get some feed. Put it on the rail. Make a little fist like a cup. And they can get in and do that. They won't get your hand a little bit, but man, you guys are noisy. But it's pretty neat. You can spend about an hour here. It is a little on the pricey side. It's about $15 for adults to get in. I didn't check the children's price, but it's a nice little break. If you're on the road, get some fresh air, stretch your legs, and get out and see some livestock. If it's not a busman's holiday. Well, like I said, it was a nice little rest from the road. And have a little fun feeding some livestock and get some fresh air. Rooster Cogburn Ranch. Thanks for riding with me today. I appreciate you watching. Please comment, subscribe, like, and share. Adios.